What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective, and I'm here for the news. And here recently, a man drove 750 miles to his brother's house to ultimately shoot and kill him. Now, we know within families, there can be all type of problems and circumstances and situations where you're just not getting along. You might not have talked to your brother for 2 or 3 years. You might fall out with your sister over the death of your mom. You might have thought growing up your dad liked your brother more than they liked you. You could have lent a family member money and they didn't pay it back. All type of shit happens within families. But you would hope it would never lead to death. But one thing I know for sure, sometimes family members can be some of your biggest enemies. And we all know that because we've all dealt with family. But you just never want it to lead to life and death situations. Now, I covered this case right here where 2 brothers in Whitehaven, Connecticut shot and killed each other at a red light. That was 8 months ago. And as you can see in the thumbnail, 2 brothers shoot and kill each other at a red light. And in the thumbnail, I put Cain and Abel. Now, once again, we have a Cain and Abel situation where this man showed up to this house and shot his brother and his sister-in-law. Now, what led to this? We'll never get the full story because now both men are now dead. You might get a piece of the story about what happened here or there, but both of them will take the full story with them to their graves. Let's take a look at the clip.
2 brothers are dead after one brother drove more than 700 miles with one goal in mind, to murder his brother. As Jim Murray reports, home security footage captured the moment a man walked onto his brother's front porch and then launched his gun.
Now, you look at this photo, you wonder, what was this all about? Does these things extend from childhood? Was it an extension of when they were adults? You never know. Some people can hold on to grudges for an extremely long time. And you look at these 2 brothers and you will wonder who mom liked the most? Who did dad like the most? Which child was out of control? Which child, because within families, you have brothers and sisters. They not the same a lot of times. You have brothers and sisters, one can go on to be a drug addict and the other one can go on to work and be in corporate America making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. That happens a lot in families. But you never know what broke these brothers up. But you can see that brother had death in his eyes. Yeah, he had the Grim Reaper spirit on him.
Violent attack.
You're watching a Cain and Abel tragedy as it unfolds. This man shows up unexpectedly at his brother's front door. Jeffrey Roberts has driven 730 miles from his home in California to get there. Then his brother Scott answers the door. The greeting is friendly.
Hey, what's up? What are you doing? What's this kid who came by to see my house? She's not here.
According to family members, the brother...
And if you look at that, you can tell the brother kept putting his hands in that one pocket. That makes you extremely nervous. I guarantee that's why his brother didn't invite him into the house. Let's take a look again. One more time. Look at the brother's hand constantly in that pocket.
The greeting is friendly.
Hey, what's up? What are you doing? What's this kid who came by to see my house?
Right back in the pocket.
According to family members, the brothers have been estranged for a long time. For 25 seconds, they chatted on the doorstep. Suddenly, the unthinkable happens. Roberts pulls out a pistol and opens fire.
And look at the poor puppy. The poor goddamn puppy didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to go in the house or run to the neighbor's house.
He kills his own brother, just like the biblical tale of Cain and Abel. A neighbor.
And as you can see, they had the biblical tale of Cain and Abel. We know that, disagreements between 2 brothers as old as the beginning of time. 2 brothers, like I said, you can have 2 brothers who take totally separate paths in life. One can go on to be something great, and the other one can go on to live on the streets and be talking to herself. So you just never know. And like I said, some of this stuff sometimes extends from childhood. Sometimes a brother might have stole a brother's girlfriend. A brother might have did something that the other brother just couldn't forgive.
911.
It sounded like gunshots.
How many did you hear?
Several.
Roberts leaves the house, ejecting a magazine from his pistol. Cops say he has plenty more. And he comes back with this.
Oh, he had a death bag. He had a bag. He came to die. Yeah, he was on a murder-suicide mission. Period, point blank. I guarantee you, back at his house, he took care of everything he needed to take care of back at the house. He came to that house knowing he was gonna die and never coming back. Look at that big ass duffel bag of death.
Several.
Roberts leaves the house, ejecting a magazine from his pistol. Cops say he has plenty more. And he comes back with this, a shotgun. The gunman's path of destruction wasn't over yet. Cops say he shot his sister-in-law, then set off road flares like these inside the house to burn down his brother's home. When police pull up, there's a Wild West shootout.
And let's see, that one cop who was shooting, he wasn't in great position. He was completely out in the open. That's a bad position. As a police officer, you should know better. But maybe he was walking up and it happened instantaneously, which that can happen. But you have to shoot and move to get behind cover. Let's watch that one more time. You always shoot to get to cover, or take cover and shoot.
Inside the house to burn down his brother's home. When police pull up, there's a
This officer here, look, he's out in the open.
And the gunman pays with his life.
Investigators say along with the weapons and loaded magazines, they found more than 150 shotgun shells. Scott Roberts' wife, he's now recovering.
So he didn't kill the sister-in-law, but he did shoot her. But I just want to go over that clip. Two brothers, both dead. One murdered the other, shot his sister-in-law, and went out in a hell of gunfire. Unbelievable. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. This has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm here for the news. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass. Them two brothers should have been able to talk it out right. Peace.